I'm going. Okay. My first son, Blake, me and my husband tried for many years. We were struggling to get pregnant. We went to various doctors to see what was wrong, but they really couldn't find any problems with us. They did many different tests, and we wanted to find out what was specifically wrong, but we went through a process of doing various different drugs where I would get more eggs that would grow. But I was always worried about ovarian cancer and getting that with using the various drugs that they were giving us. So I was very paranoid about that. So then they decided to do an in vitro, and they took each of us and put them together, and that started. And then I became pregnant. So my first pregnancy, we were all very, very excited. It was something like I was 6 weeks pregnant, and we all were just filled with joy. And my best one was that I was excited. It was nice because I didn't have to take care of any other children, and my husband treated me like a queen, and I enjoyed being pregnant for those 9 months. After about 6 weeks left of the pregnancy, I went to the doctor and I told him I have pains, and the nurse told me that you should just go home, the pains are nothing, make sure you rest. But then I had a meeting that I had to go to, and no, I'm gonna go fly to my meeting, and I'll fly home when I'm done. So I decided to go home, and the pain is still continuing at this point. And I go back into the doctor, and they're ready. I call, and I'm very paranoid about this, and I call, and I'm telling them that it's still hurting. I remember that was the worst experience because the Magnum some kind of drug that they gave me, it's a Magnum drug, made my whole body numb. It made my eyes blurry, so I didn't have any vision. I couldn't see all night, and so I was really, really angry and frustrated because I couldn't see, and the interpreter would have to get really close, and it was really a bad experience. I told him to stop giving me the drug. I was in the hospital for about 2 or 3 days, and then they told me to go back home and rest. After 4 or 5 hours, they gave me medicine for the pain to subside, and finally it happened about a week later. Oh, is that when you were eating that pickles with peanut butter that helped you? No. Remember, I was eating jalapenos to induce the labor. I was trying to induce the labor faster. So I go to the doctor, and I went home for a couple weeks. So they induced me, and I remember it was really fast. About 6 in the morning, they put the IV in me, and the doctor broke my water around 7:30. Oh, and I also remember that the pain, I'm telling them that They're asking me how the pain is. But once they broke my water, that was awful. That's when the pain really, really started hurting. I couldn't take the pain. And I was begging them to give me the epidural as fast as I could. I'm begging them to squeeze the medicine into me. Squeeze the IV in. Finally, the pain starts to subside with the epidural. It was around 11 o'clock, and it was really, really fast. The doctor was ready to come around 9:30, and it was really fast, and that's when I had Blake.